What is making men to be more weaker than ever? Number one, you are picking women under the influence of infatuations. Love is a two-sided way. They need to desire you and love you back. And infatuation, you fall in love with someone, you obsess over them, perceive them as people who also love you back. And when you have a feeling that they don't love you, you look for something that can justify that they love you. We invest so much in those people, involving yourself in a sexual, intimate relationship with the lady, even when they are toxic to us. Since you don't have time to learn the lady, you have already attached yourself to the lady sexually. You will regret for sleeping with them. And that shows women how weak you are. You are picking women because of their physical attraction and the feeling that you have towards them. But you're not willing to understand if they want you to be theirs. When you take things slowly, it will be easier for you to identify their habits, characters of these women who are toxic. When you realize that they are not the right people for you, you will eventually pull away from them. You won't concentrate on trying to build a serious relationship with them. If you have an intuition, a gut that tries to tell you that something is off, you need to pay close attention. Men can only be weak when you sleep with the woman that you wanted at the moment, but later on you realize that she's not all that. Don't allow their physical attraction manipulate how you view about them. The moment you date a toxic woman, but they don't change to be better women for you, you're only creating a relationship that will make you a miserable man for the rest of your life. I hope that in the process of us dating, she will be a better lady for me. What ends up happening is the women are the one who end up controlling you. They won't change for you, but you will change for them. She does not want kids at the moment, but when I will convince her, she will want to have a kid. Trust me, the relationship will never last. You are not the right person to convince a woman to have a kid with you. She's the one who is supposed to decide what she wants in her life. And if she's not willing to compromise, let it slide. The problem is the woman never wanted the kid. But since you have already created a relationship, the kid will be the reason why you have to have a relationship with the lady, even when you're not in love with them, even when they're not in love with you. The kid is making a man to be weaker, make decisions on the assumption that if she doesn't want to have kids, then it won't work. When you try to convince someone to change, have different values, then you are a desperate man who is not willing to let it go. And that only allows the lady to take advantage of you. You expect love back. When they don't give you love, you will burn out. You will realize that this is not a character, a behavior that I had planned for. So you decide to break up with the lady. But the process of you involving yourself in women that you chose because of their physical attraction made you a weaker man. Limerence is different from infatuation. You meet these people, you admire them, and you have a constant feeling of wanting to be with them. The weird part about limerence is you will even commit to these people even when they don't commit back. Most men are willing to commit to women who are not willing to commit to them. She cannot nurture you, she cannot care for you, she cannot love you, but you have a belief that these people are the right people for you, wanting to be accepted, wanting to be loved with these people that you admire so much. When you try so hard, but they eventually don't give you a chance, the feeling that you have towards them might turn into hatred and revenge. And remember, maybe you are dealing with an abusive person. They will abuse you back. There is no cure for limerence. The only way you can deal with limerence is understand what is triggering the feeling of you wanting to be with them. Maybe it's because of how they behave. And because you lacked some support, some care when you were a child, that feeling is being triggered by that lady at the moment. Or the feelings of love and care was inconsistent from your caregivers. You believe that this is the love that I have been waiting for. This is limerence, the feeling of wanting to be with these people because you have your past traumas and it's what's dictating your love towards these people. You will want to force issues so that they can have a serious relationship with you. Not that it's a bad feeling and not that it has a cure. You need to be willing to accept that I need to be emotionally intelligent. How? By understanding that this is how I am feeling at the moment, and I need to accept the feeling and not rush into having a serious relationship with this lady. Rather, to give myself time and study my behaviors towards these people, their behaviors towards me. What can suddenly turn off your limerence towards these women? Learning who they really are. And if you are a man who doesn't like narcissistic women, when they show you some signs of toxic behaviors towards you, the limerence effect will eventually be turned off right away. The feelings of love and care towards these people will fade away. You need to be willing to study these people without involving yourself into sexual intercourse with them. Maybe there are very low value women who are sleeping around with every other man, and you are the next man she was waiting to sleep with. And unless you give yourself time so that you can learn these women, you wouldn't know. They will break up with you, move on to the next man, but you've already invested in this lady sexually and you are attached to her. I really want to be with her. She has some characters, behaviors that I desire, and that should be the determinant factor of me picking her. The behaviors and characters might be what is triggering that limerence effect towards her. So most of you men are not willing to take a step back, learn, be aware of your environment, how you behave towards these women, what you really want, what you desire, and what you value. You have so much value. You give more, and you also need a high value woman. You are only willing to make a move on women because you are triggered by your past traumas, and maybe that will feed your void. That makes a man to be weak. You're only picking women because of your past traumas. They are appreciating you. They are telling you how handsome you are. They are complimenting you, but they're not giving you love. They don't genuinely love you. They're only doing that because of the benefits that you are giving them. Be willing to turn off your limerence when you learn that this is a toxic behavior that I cannot entertain for the rest of my life or a relationship. Most of you men can be better, but limerence makes you weak when you really dwell into it and you pick women because of that. You might not control it at the moment, sure, but with time, you will learn some of the behaviors and the characters that they have, and you will want to be with these women. This is a feeling that can even ruin someone who is in a serious relationship with a better mate. Being in a relationship with someone and feeling the limerence effect, it's normal. But knowing how to go about it is what will save you in the relationship that maybe you are building. Most of the men can be weak with the women who trigger these effects because you don't fully understand why you're so much attracted to these people. Even when they are toxic, you're not willing to let them go. So you end up dwelling so much and being obsessed with them, even when you have better partners who are willing to build a serious relationship with you. I'm not convincing you that when you have limerence affection towards a lady, then they might not be your partners. No. But there is a very low chance that those are your ideal partners. It's only 5 out of 100% that can work. So you need to learn what triggers your limerence effect. It's a tool that needs to be practiced. You need to learn what you want, who you are, what are your emotions, your mental being. How can you control that? You cannot. How can you handle the situation? They're toxic, they are narcissistic, they're not in love with you. Why will you want to build a relationship with a woman who's not in love with you? And the last one is categorizing every other lady by their first impression, as good, as nice, as bad, toxic, narcissistic, as lovers, carers, as women who are kind. Sometimes when your guy tells you that she is a narcissistic person, that might be true. You meet with the woman, but because she's charming, she's being nice to you, you end up categorizing her as a very good lady, a nicer woman, maybe, who is willing to build a serious relationship with me. But you don't really know their true intentions towards you. When you categorize me that way, you will do everything to make me happy. You are investing in her emotionally, mentally, financially, and even physically. Understand if that is their real behavior or they're only doing that for the benefits that are coming from you. Someone is willing to do anything as long as you can give them what they need from you. That makes you a weak man since you're only picking women because of their first impressions, but that is not who they really are. Now, do you believe that men are becoming more weaker than ever when they are attracted to women? And can you do better when you have a relationship with a lady that you don't know? What are some of the other things that makes men weak? Have you really watched up to this point? If you have and you agree, kindly comment down below by saying, I am with you. And until next time, be safe, take care, and let's have peace.